Hello there, it's Jeebus551 and today I'm going to be playing Life is Feudal. This is the beginning of the character creation screen. Just click create new player. Write your name in. You can select your race, but I don't really think it does anything at the moment. Appearance is coming soon. You can set your attributes accordingly to whichever you think you're going to want first. You can actually give yourself a slight head start on the crafting skills, whereas prospecting is a good thing to have, because then you can do your mining and your digging and collecting a lot easier. Also stick terraforming up a bit. I won't worry too much about farming, nature's law and forestry, because when we start collecting the resources that's going to go up anyway. Combat skills, it's not really going to matter too much, because by the time you create a weapon you'll be able to get all that up anyway. Click done. No. Click done. There you go, then your character's there to click and play. When you spawn in, you get the option of pressing F1 to give you a head start on the controls. And you just click OK. To get rid of the cursor and get into free look mode, you click Tab, which gives you the ability to just look around. If you want to change the view, press C. And first thing we're going to start doing is collecting resources that we need to build tools. So you right click the ground, go to nature's law and gather plant fibers. Really you could do with having between 10 and 20 to get you started. As in most games, the inventory button is I. And as you can see, the plant fibers appear in your inventory as you're collecting it. In your inventory you have some cookies and a set of crappy clothes. If you want to apply the crappy clothes, press T. Then just click and drag onto the body. And there you have it, some crappy clothes. you might find that there are a few bugs in the game. As in walls that don't die, which isn't particularly helpful when they can kill you. Most of the things in the game you can right click on and interact with in some way or form. You want to be snapping branches to help you create the tools. At the moment, you may find if once you've got into the game there is going to be a lot of people asking a lot of questions. Guess best way to do is just either get on with the game or try and help as many people as you can. When you've got a few branches, if you right click and create primitive tool, it will give you a window. You've got a drop down menu, and then you have a number of primitive tools to get you started. For example, there's the primitive axe. We don't have any flint at the moment, but we will go and get some in a minute. And these are generally the free resources that you need to build the primitive tools. You have the hammer, the axe again, the pickaxe to do your mining, the saw to cut up logs, your sickle to collect the resources from farming, your shovel to terraform, which helps you in getting your skills to start mining and digging holes for mining. I'll get a few more branches and then we'll go and find some flint. This video is probably not going to be amazing. This is my first ever video to be uploaded on YouTube for gaming, and not really used to the sound of my own voice, but I'm going to have to get used to it. Let's go find some flint. If you want to get your whereabouts, press M and press tab, and then you can zoom in and out on your map. These green areas are swamps, and later on you'll find, if you're looking for clay, if you look near the lake, there's clay there, and I think these marks on the map are clay. But just to get a whereabouts, you can get flint almost sort of any cliffside or large hill, but really if you head over towards the mountain you'll have a lot more resources for when you start mining. So let's head that away. Some trees bear fruit as well as resources for building, but I'm yet to tell the difference of which ones are which. That's a good start. Yes. Look out for the dark green trees which look like they have apples on them, because when your cookies run out later on you will need to find some other way of getting food. When your farming skill increases, you'll be able to find berries on the floor, look for mushrooms, as well as other things. But just make sure you get a few apples from the apple trees, just to keep you going. The sound effects in the game, they do play like something is following you or in the bushes, just ignore it. I've scattered out a few times and there's actually just been nothing there, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Your food bar doesn't actually go down that quick, but quite often once you've got that busy crafting and doing things that you forget it's going down, and then it's on about 20%, and then you've got to go in the dark and find some food, so it's best to try and hunt down some apple trees during the day. That'll probably do for now. Just make a note of this area in case I run out of food. If you come up to a swamp, which you can tell the difference of the colour of the grass, if you run through it, it slows you down quite significantly. So if it's not too far to go around, just go around it. doesn't need to be, to gather your flint, it doesn't need to be a mountain. It can just be like a little hill like this where you can see like some rock on the ground. And again, you just right click, prospect, and search for useful flintstone. And there you go, that is what the flintstone looks like. A lot of people in the game are going, I need rocks to build my tools, but they don't realise it's, you know, it's not actually rock that they need, it's flint. And most tools require one or two of them. It's quite basic. But when you first start the game, because I gave myself an advantage in the prospecting, I can prospect for copper and iron. And also giving myself the option of a furnace, which I'll be able to use later on. Right, we'll get a few more of those flintstones and I'll show you how to make some tools. This is it for part 1. I'll be back on part 2.